Back with 3v3 League Season 6 Group Stage from Division 2 this time around. This is Monkeys, chubby grubbers versus Josef Atlatl. And they have done the map draft as follows. Golden Lakes is the first pick for Josef Atlatl. Whereas Amazon Tunnel is going to be the home map of Super Monkey Cars team, which is Monkeys Chubby Grubbers. And then there's the ban down process to decide the neutral game 1 map, which in the end ends up to be Runestones. Are a bit lone to start off the set, but that's good, that's fine. So, let's have a look at the sim draft here. Golden Lakes, Runestones, Amazon Tunnel. Going to see a variety of civs here, I think. Hans strikes me as a Golden Lake civ, as does Persians, especially with the new balance. Whereas Bohemians would be a good candidate for the host map of Amazon Tunnel. I've seen good Jars played there as well. Stabs almost a given for the Siege. And Saracens wild card as well. Japanese probably for Golden Lakes as well. Whereas Lithuanians is probably the pocket for Runestones then. For Super Monkey Cars side, Aztec monks on Amazon Tunnel perhaps, but could also be for Golden Lakes with all of the gold on that map, benefiting the Meso civs on the flank. Faster producing dogs as well as Aztecs. Military buildings produce faster. Britons, that has to be Runestones. Byzantines, Italians, probably Golden Lakes as well, if not Malians. Franks as the pocket. Magyars, Runestones pockets. Doesn't really fit in with the Amazon Tunnel. Koreans should be an Amazon Tunnel sim. Ethiopians. And then what's the third one going to be? Could be Bengalis as well for the tanky elephants, but we'll see. I think we'll just hop into the first one and see what they bring us here for Runestones. Right. To Relay League Season 6 Division 2, starting off with Runestones here. First time I'm casting the new, in quotation marks, Persians here. The Persians reworked. Should be a very good pocket civilization with their alternative to Paladin. Slightly cheaper upgrade. A little bit different stats, but still cheaper to get to, which is going to be powerful in the late game. But first of all, we have Solid Maxka in the orange here with the Saracens on flank. Kind of expected them to see for their siege on Amazon Tunnel and to break through buildings with their ranged units, but they'll serve well as a flank civilization as well. Always handy on these do-it-yourself arena maps to have archers line units that can break walls more easily, especially palisades crumble to the ranged attack of Saracens and teammates archers. Pepsi in the pocket here with the Persians. 5% faster working town center now in the Dark Age already, so that might start to show a little bit as the game goes on if it keeps that idle TC low. Gold beautifully close to the starting town center here. That's going to be tough to contest with your early scouts and archers, whether you're walled or not. But yeah, scouts probably going to be the opening here for the Persians. That would be the go-to. And follow up with Knights and Castle Age and Cavalier and Savar. Is that what it's called? In the Imperial Age. Right side flank for Josef Atlatl, we have Xerxes as the Mayans. Already facing some laming action from Teal here on Monkey Chubby Grubbers' side. Or average poop enjoyer. as they've chosen to call themselves for whatever reason. So right out there to lane, probably looking for a board to steal as well. Red has no idea that the main gold is going to be off limits. So pretty nasty early game efforts here from Teal. But if he succeeds in walling in the resources this early, that's going to be a tough start for the Mayans player here. So even though we're committing 2 villagers to this kind of aggression, it might not be a horrible idea from the Ethiopians on this side. Keeping the scout busy, Eagle Scout busy as well, so sort of interrupting the deer luring a little bit as well. You don't strictly need the berries to click up though, but the mill is traditionally your second building to click up in many cases, so if you're not placing the mill here, you'll have to think of placing it somewhere else or use a different building to click up. And there we go, we see the resources being walled in. It's bad manners, it is laming, but laming is allowed in this tournament except for some specific no-bad rules. But not much to do about that. It's even found a secondary gold in the back here. It's really going to cut off the Mayans of gold here. Where's the third gold? Is all the way in the back. Is it going to wall in all 3 golds? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, you could punch through the walls. It's a villager. Yeah, he goes for the faraway one. That's also being walled in as we speak. But now that villager is going to go down. Obviously, he has Loom. Goes to the eagle chasing him. But, I mean, it's still I won't call it a win for the Ethiopians. But it does make it easier to deny gold access of success now that the big main gold that's closer to the town center has been walled in. Villager will probably be going down unless the scout can have a say in it here. Then the villagers might need to move over as well. Yeah, he's pulling one villager over to help in the fight. Yeah, that teal villager is going down. That's going down. But the Eagle Scout is as well. So Stax is now effectively blind to the plans of average poop enjoyer who has 2 villagers down. Maybe lost one to Boar as well, by the looks of it. So was pretty far behind Josef Atlatl here after all, even with all the laming action going on over here. Hey Pad Pie, thanks for stopping by from Twitter, and I appreciate the follow as well. It's like it's an infamous community name, huh? It was a good game. You'll find it first in the VOD if you missed it. This is my 3G League, open for all skill levels, though there is no prize pool. It's currently the 6th season, and there's definitely going to be more of those as we go. So the few villagers start kicking in here. We have Magyar's Pocket as suspected from Super Monkey Car. He's going to drop the stable now, start producing scouts, as will the Persians player, who now has a 10% faster working town center. So 21 population here is comfortably ahead of most of the others. Left hand side we have Kirais as the Britons, one of the strongest flag civilizations in the game. But now let's see if Monkey's chubby grubbers can keep the Mayans player off gold here through their early aggression. I mean, the Teal is just committed to full lame here, is losing his 3rd builder, or their 3rd builder so far. And their Scout's micro is on point as well, I have to say, for Monkey's chub grubbers. I spoke too soon, because down goes the Teal Scout. It's going to be a while until we see any Ethiopians archers here. 22 or 22 villagers up, which equates to 23 population, but also 3 villagers lost. So this is basically a 26 population up for Ethiopians. Very slow flanks uptime here. Let's see the top side Kirais with the Britons going for the double range approach here. Monkey's chub grubbers, because of the slower QLH of the Ethiopian's flank are going to be lagging behind in military numbers overall here. Speaking of lagging behind though, the food situation of the Mayans is a bit awkward here. It's eating the last few pigs, Mayans' resources last longer, so that's kind of what's saving success here. A generic civilization here would struggle a lot more to recover from all of these resources being walled in, but now making some space for a mill over here will start collecting the berries. Should be just fine with a limited amount of idle town center time over here. Dual range for Ethiopians suggests potential skirmishers defense here, but is that going to work against the Persian scouts and archers currently on the field? Super Monkey Car on his own here. Yes, he has that +1 attack for the instant forging of Magyars, but I don't think that's going to be enough to hold off this army on his own. Going to need some. It's actually going for the archers here. I mean, the Ethiopian archers fire faster, but way behind in numbers now. They're going to have to heavily rely on Kirais making good damage on the other side, and it looks like they're doing exactly that. It's 4 villagers down, 4 eco kills for the blue player, and to be increased. Doesn't try to deny this tower, can't camp the tower foundation either because it's underneath or behind the walls here. But that's forcing a tower of the Saracens, sorry, that already delays the additional town centers on the next stage. Teal is taking a beating here, though. Considering the whole map pick of Amazon Tunnel from Monkey's chubby grubbers, they may not enjoy open maps all that much. Somehow they're fighting away the Persian scouts here, though, and Pepsi will need to remass these numbers. 3 Magyar scouts, a couple of Ethiopian archers here, almost enough to clean up these armies, but they'll cancel each other's armies out, which is also not ideal. You, generally speaking, want to take fights where you're left with better numbers and snowballing the army numbers to your advantage. Which is not the case currently. The eco situation is similar, but Monkey's team is behind in military, has a solid max cut with the Saracens archers going straight for Super Monkey Car in the pocket position and getting some serious value here as well. That's 4 villagers dead from the green pocket player. Not fully walled just yet. Queuing some more scouts. Has to do so at this point. Might need to pull these home as well to clean up these armies unless the Britain's player can have a say with it here, sending in the reinforcements. Both raiding Orange's side and coming to Super Monkey Car's rescue over here. Looking at the pocket economies though, Pepsi has been untouched at pocket position, which means that the Persian player with 10% faster breaking town center should be getting to the Castle Age well ahead of the Magyars here, who's getting severely idle. Look at the worker efficiency of Super Monkey Car is basically down to nothing here. And he's getting some help from the Britain's teammate, but they're fighting equal numbers until the scouts can join in, so that's another concern here. That once again they won't be able to trade efficiently. Teal just not able to field the archer's number needed here. The early laming, walling in all of the resources didn't work out as well as intended by the looks of it. Full on defensive here for almost all of Monkey's chubby grubbers here. So decent forward aggression by Kirais here. Hasn't killed any more villagers, but at least keeps Orange's attention at home as well until this army can be cleaned up. No, 39 to 37 military. Josef Atlatl comfortably ahead. However, will the Persian player commit to Castle Age? At this point, feels like it makes a lot more sense to aim for the Castle Age rather than the upgraded extended scouts. Looking at the damage down to Super Monkey Car side, there's 7 villagers behind at least. It's more like 10 actually, because of some idle time as well, and the fact that the Persian Town Center works faster, I guess. Again, power coming in, and presumably Castle Age will be clicked after that. So still going to be comfortably ahead of the Magyars to the next age here. Great fight for Super Monkey Car here, cleaning up the Bloodlight scouts of Pepsi, and also going to chase the archers here as success with the Mayans is going for the Castle Age, but you're losing some precious military numbers here. Not that big of a deal for the Mayans as opposed to many other archer civilizations though, because their archers are cheaper for each age. Another villager pick off for Kirais there, not too chubby over there. There's a weak spot with the palisade gate here to take it, but look at the mass of archers now moving out. Salitmaka going to look for damage yet again on Kirais' side perhaps, but there's the Castle Age, so that means 1 extra range for the Britain's archers. And with Bodkin, arrow and crossbow research, that will always be outranging any other civilization's crossbows. Could be able to range some economy here. Finally hitting the pocket. Could also take out some farms with these massive archers. Salitmaka moving out with the archers here, but do you really want to take that fight against Britons before the upgrades? Yes, you have the numbers, but you'll always be outranged. If Kirais is on point here now, he's easily going to focus on all these armies. It's not taking full advantage of the range. Higher range for the Britons here. That is an impressive trade from Orange there against the superior crossbows. Archers against crossbows there. Yes, he had the numbers, maybe that's why he decided to take the fight, but you shouldn't be able to get away with that against Britons. Castle Age in for the Persians means that the knights should be in production. Triple stable knights here now, a little bit low on gold to sustain triple stables for very long, but it boosts the early numbers nicely. Still 6 villagers ahead for yellow, and more. It's going to be more because Super Monkey Car is still has 40 something seconds to go for the Castle Age. Rice, indeed. Using Castle Age, Britain's crossbows to feudal age Saracen's archers. Can't say I've seen that many times before. Huh? Keeping the numbers though, so entering the Castle Age, still going to have a decent shot against the Britons. Britons now all the way on the other side flag here. Not nearly in the numbers to contest the Mayans player here, but tries to use the range now. Does have 1 more range after all, but Pepsi joins in with the knights. Should easily clean up these crossbows, no problem. Archers and crossbows here. Once again moving out with the archers. It's so dangerous! Saracen's bones are not breaking through. Why would you move out with 1 minute left to the Castle Age with 21 archers like this? It seems like suicide, especially with the Britain's crossbows not too far away. But we're gonna get some villagers raids here, at least 1, maybe 2. Value, I guess. 3 ranges producing now, Horse Color finally coming in, and Castle Age just 20 seconds away now. Probably spotted the blue dots on the mini map now, so that's why the archers are being pulled back home. Some pikemen mixed in here for the Ethiopians. They do get that pikeman upgrade instantly. Castellage also in, crossbow Bodkin right around the corner, but this is a huge mass of army from Josef Atlatl committing to the Ethiopians' base now. They are definitely ahead in military and doing great work at idling both of Monkey's chubby grubbers economies on the flank sides. To 1,000 of these gold eventually when the bolts can be pulled down. That's gonna take a little while. As the Britain's crossbows get caught kind of off guard here, but this is going to be a 3 vs 2 situation here, so this is not a good fight for Josef Atlatl. Look at the hit points difference here. Good team coordination for Monkey's chubby grubbers here. They should be able to clean up this army mass of Josef Atlatl here. Still not going to give them any army advantage. And Pocket's cavalry numbers also still looking in favor of Josef Atlatl here, pulling over towards more of the Persian knights. So again, raiding the crossbows over here. No ballistics, but looks. Oh, ballistics is in. Why are they missing villagers if they have ballistics? Let's compare army sizes here again. Now Josef Atlatl with the superior cavalry numbers here and increasing on that. And that Persian's boom is starting to kick in as well, 15% faster. Working town centers now for the Persians, 3 town centers as Super Monkey Car is just now dropping his 3rd. So Josef Atlatl finding themselves in a quite the favorable position now. Just going down left and right for Kirais here. Where are the Britain's crossbows? They are trying to push the Saracen side. They found a weak spot. They are going to find a way in actually. So Stonewall's not really working out that well for Solid Max guy here. Got 2 town centers, but Britain's crossbows easily outrange that, of course. But I mean, I feel like you could still keep pushing here. Solid Maxka maybe going to move in towards Super Monkey Car again now. It's a long way home for these crossbows. Will of course be taking some losses at home base. Marginally larger number of crossbows for the Saracens player there, but now there's a more interesting fight down south here with Ethiopian's base getting breached yet again here. Now the Saracens bonus coming to its right from the team bonus to take out production buildings here, going to take out at least one of the rangers of the Ethiopians. Lumbering coming in now, that's not really going to make much of a difference here with the small number of crossbows currently at work. Not looking pretty for average poop enjoyer here. Getting hit by serious army masses here. About 30 more military, but also significantly more economy at this point for Josef Atlatl. Yes, there's still the issue of crossbows needing to be cleaned up inside the orange base, but you could make an argument for pulling this crossbow mass back home and play it a little bit more defensively now. Make that a 1 vs 1 on the top left side to allow your team to keep pushing the Ethiopian side over here, because they have a massive numbers advantage. Mainly in ranged units, but also in cavalry. So one production building down as well for the Ethiopians, but two more ranges in the back. So there's no town center anymore for the teal player. So no idle TC, no TC, no problem, I guess. They feel like they've done enough damage, and they are right. Josef Atlatl, they've taken out the TC, which means they... And the only TC of the Ethiopians that is. So why not just move on to push the pocket from this point? They need to stay together though, because there's still plenty of crossbows and knights from Monkey's chubby grubbers to contest this army. Ooh, little bit of a lack of attention here from Girais, I guess, as Girais loses a group of, or the group of crossbows forward at Saracen's base. Did manage to take out quite a few villagers, but lost some at home as well. However, Britons, having had more consistent town center production from the two town centers, comfortably ahead of the Saracens' counterpart here. Big fight again, pretty similar numbers now. Imperial Age on the way, yes, for Josef Atlatl. But there's still 1 minute to go-ish for the Mayans to get to the Arbalest and Bracer upgrade here. Hitting and running. Taking out quite a few of the Magyar's Knights here, which could be good with the replenishment happening behind this and the fact that Pepsi is entering the Imperial Age. But now with all of the cavalry going down and two heaps of ranged armies here from Monkey's chubby grubbers, they might actually cancel out this Mayans crossbow army before, just on the point of Imperial Age here. There's so many crossbows being made though, so maybe this is a loss that can be justified for success, as he has another wave now moving over to Blue's side over here to work together with Orange. I like that. So good team coordination here, trying to collect both tanks' range armies to get a maximum damage potential out here. Still keeping that military lead. Bracer, everything affordable here for the Mayans. Arbalest, Bracer, and Chemistry. So fully upgraded Arbalests going to happen very soon. And the Castle Age Knights and the Magyars don't stand a chance against group armies like that. We still have that Saracen's bonus as well, so you could take out town centers with the range units alone. As the upgrades kick in here, that town center is going to die even quicker, and gold access is going to become an issue to some extent for Super Monkey Car. Three armies fighting against one over here as well. I'm liking the development of the game for Josef Atlatl here. They are just miles ahead in terms of age, and they are also got about twice the military at this point, so they're snowballing this game into their hands and towards victory for every fight they take at this point. Saracen's crossbows against Britons here. Again, the Britons have the range advantage, but as could be suspected, Josef Atlatl will take the first game here with the army mass and economy count just escalating heavily in their favor. So good team coordination here from Monkey's chubby grubbers to coordinate three armies to clean up the Mayans archers there, but the replenishment out of several ranges was already happening, and there's multiple town centers producing. I guess the early laming efforts of Average Poop Enjoyer would have worked better if the golds were placed differently and they actually managed to wall in all three of them, but that didn't quite happen this game. Let's have a look at the statistics and move into Amazon Tunnel, which is Monkey's chubby grubber's home map. The Persian's economy, even before that Imperial Age power spike with the cheaper Paladin replacement. Forgot to mention as well that the Persian's cavalry or knight line has bonus damage against archers plus two bonus damage against archers. So that also, obviously. Now, the cavalry was mostly fighting other cavalry in this game, but if they would fight archers, they would also clean it up more quickly than generic civilization. Persians of POB, indeed. I'm sure that's what swayed this game in Josef Atlatl's favor. Not a single villager lost for the Persians. So that's not how you want to leave the Persians. That would be Persians, Mayans, and Saracens winning against Magyars, Britons, and Ethiopians. First game Runestones, next game Amazon Tunnel. Let's have a look. Should bring us some of the strong siege civilizations here, I would suspect. Has to be Italians for Golden Lake, so let's keep those out. But Koreans, yes. Byzantines, arguably, but they would be good for Golden Lakes as well. Maybe they want to go for some bunkers shenanigans and go Aztecs, Bengalis, Koreans. Who knows? Bohemians has to be a given for Amazon Tunnel. Slavs as well. Third one could be Gurjaras. Let's see. Okay, we have Byzantines for Amazon Tunnel. Stronger buildings. Tunnel, indeed. It's been a popular map season, at least the sets have been casting. I hate this map, but I hate casting it less than playing it. Rest assured. For the next league, all of the maps will be switched out, but there's also always going to be some familiar maps from the what's seen in the right queue and some custom maps decided through community vote. We're moving right out to wall here, are we? Did you get loom? Oh, they're not playing on Explored. Someone hasn't read the memo here. Amazon Tunnel should be played on Explored. So shame on you for not reading the handbook properly. It seems very early to wall indeed. Especially when the map isn't explored like this. But I mean, if you move out here, and if there's two players moving out, is it? Don't see any loom though, that's dangerous. Oh no, loom is in, never mind. Loom is in for green. Sending the scouts over. I mean, that's a huge drain on the economy to commit 4 villagers to walling at this point. Of course, if you wall off here, you are essentially forcing your opponents to stay at that cramped space at home for longer. But they are also going to comfortably sit behind there and get their economy started and slowly push it back later in the game. Let's see how far forward they actually move here. I mean, obviously, by walling that far forward, if you succeed in that, you should have an easy time securing all 7 relics, which will give you a gold boost. But if the enemy zips are so much stronger, maybe going forward earlier isn't bad. Depends on what kind of forward pressure they're thinking about, though. If they're only going to wall and sit behind it, that's not going to work in their favor. But if they actually plan on making some forward production as well, and play Feudal Castle, then yes, it might just work out. Ooh, the block. The block. Who's going to take responsibility for the walling here? As far as civilizations go, yeah, I do indeed have the Aztecs and Bengalis here. Smells like some monk shenanigans, if you ask me. And the Gaia is attacking the already weak purple villager. Ay, down he goes. Josef Atlatl immediately forced to either commit lots of their economies and starting scouts to try and stop this from happening, or just call it a day and wall behind this and try to keep the aggression out, survive, and bring it to the very late game with their arguably stronger, not arguably, they're definitely stronger late game civilizations. Here they have Slavs with the cheaper siege weapons, cheaper castles with unique technology, Bohemians with the Hofnitze and trash monks, suicide wagons. Walls complete. And these two forward villagers commit to a lumber camp because why not? Means that all of the relics should be claimable for monkeys, chubby grubbers here. Who knows what they will bring for the next stage though. 15 villagers for Salitmaka here, did lose one to Boar while trying to save the villager forward perhaps. And the starting scouts of monkeys, chubby grubbers are inside of Josef Atlatl space, so they're getting value now. This is the second villager going down for purple here, and these scouts are still at relatively high HP. If either of these players don't have blue now, they could be in some trouble here. Yeah, Eagle Scout being pulled over again. Another layer of palisade walls from monkeys, chubby grubbers. Okay. Definitely playing Amazon Tunnel in the aggressive way here. Oh, she's gonna trap herself, that's good. And with the scouts inside here, they'll also be able to scout what's going on the enemy's side. Lagging behind to the Feudal Age though. Feudal Age just on the way for the Slavs as the first player here. Monkeys team, still none of them even close to clicking up because of the 4 villagers total commitment forward here. I don't know where these guys are going. Babe to gold, to wood. Still alive, not bad. They are indeed going to gold over here. Walls now. Up for Josef Atlatl as well, they're safe for now. Surprisingly not with an eco lead here behind this. Because they haven't really... No! No! Why are you making men-at-arms? Ah! What the hell? Equal lead is only from clicking up the feudal. Ah, fair point. Fair point. Fair point. I mean, I guess if you place a tower here, you'll punch through the walls and be able to counter push. But it's 2 layers of palisades here already. And what's to stop monkeys, chubby grubbers from walling just a little bit further behind here? I am not convinced by this man-at-arms approach here. That tower could be slightly delayed as well. Anything to delay helps out a little bit here. Pepsi is up to the next stage here now with the Bohemians. Straight blacksmith market there. Going to go straight for the castle age, of course. Gudjar's probably fast castling as well. While Dietrich is committing to the feudal age here with the man-at-arms and tower. Not towers, or is it? Well, as things stand, the only team that's done proper damage here is Monkey's Chubby Grubbers. They managed to take out 1 villager in addition to the one that Purple lost to the Boar. They managed to stop damage from reaching their economies thus far as well. As the men-at-arms and towers of the Slavs are about to punch through. But now with the feudal age in for Monkey's Chubby Grubbers, they're just going to add stone walls and be done with it. Buy themselves time to collect their relics and extend their economies at home base. So far, this is unlike any of the other Amazon Tunnel games I've seen, but I guess that's kind of due to the unexplored setting as well, which is not as it should be, as according to the rulebook, but it's too late to do anything about that now. Someone should keep the men-at-arms out for sure. No sign of any archers or ranged unit here. More men-at-arms being added though. But now with Castle Legion, first monk monastery is up for the Aztecs. Going to collect most, if not all, of these relics. Might not be able to collect that one, but the rest should be fine. Also adding the siege. And by adding Ram and a Mangonel here, they might just be able to punch through again and cause some mischief in Josef Atlatl's base. Must be demotivating to make these men-at-arms like that and only to run into palisade walls and stone walls and essentially do no damage here. No additional town centers for the Aztecs, of course, because they're pushing monks to siege, going to go heavy on the gold instead. Bengalis also providing the monsters here, so this is going to be a pretty much an all-in castle age for monkeys, chubby grubbers. We have the Byzantines providing the walls as well, those are stronger than generic walls. Buildings in general of the Byzantines are stronger. Now, castle coming up in the choke point for Gugars, so the don't think Monkey's Chubby Grubbers push is going to be able to stop this in time. They delete their own walls now to get through. The men-at-arms are still here, but they could get converted. I mean, if you convert a couple of the men-at-arms, for sure you could get some work done with castle as well. Will the scout be converted? Probably, because it's running back and forth. Yeah, decide to delete it instead. Can this castle get denied? Do they see it? Do they see the foundation? They do see it because of the Byzantines' instant town watch as well, but will they be able to deny the builders building it from behind there? It's still open over here. I think they got it. I think that stopped the castle from happening for now. So that's a massive failed castle for now, at least for Josef Atlatl. They don't have any military. And they're going to face a strong double monk siege push. Entering their base any moment now. Yeah, they most definitely need to wall behind this now. Maybe even just delete this castle foundation and build it over here instead. As the game goes by, it becomes increasingly larger to increasingly harder to push through here. Committing more villagers really wants that castle up. That castle is at 82%. If Monkey's Chubby Grover's vision is on point here, they will stop this castle from completing all the monks micro as well, tasking monks to convert every single villager here. That's even an economic advantage, arguably, to convert all these villagers. Speaking of eco, somehow Monkey's Chubby Grovers are ahead in economy as well. Castle goes up. Okay, it's worth it then, I guess. Even losing 9 builders to get that castle up, that's basically all half of Solid Maxka's economy, but the castle goes up, so that buys a lot of time for Josef Atlatl to stabilize here. Relics haven't even been collected yet by the Aztecs or the Bengalis. That's also something that's surprisingly not been made. Byzantines with the early Imperial Age here. Are they on stone as well? They have not started mining stone yet, so Byzantine's castle with the early Imperial Age here would be fantastic, because then the Byzantines could play the fast Imperial Age approach by getting the trebuchets out, and you have the monks from the other players to prevent any armies from getting too close to the trebuchets. Although that's not as strong as being in the Imperial Age with the monks and getting block printing and whatnot. bombard cannon for green. Ooh, you're right. That's an option. Still need to research chemistry though. Chakram throwers. Usually a nasty unit, but they only have 5 range. That means that the monks already outrange them by a factor of 4. We'll see if chemistry is researched as the Byzantines enter the Imperial Age here. That would certainly be a means to deal with the castle over here. Oh, look at the market prices. Oh wait, it's collected in the capture age stats. Okay, it's chemistry. And there are 2 siege workshops forward. But what's the economy like? Okay, good gold situation is healthy enough actually. So 1 TC all in for Monkey's chubby grubbers here might just work if they are able to get a decent portion of bombard cannons out here supported by this army. Spearmen added as well. Probably will become pike men for the Bengalis. Got the economy situation rolling into Josef Atlatl's favor though. Bohemians also approaching the Imperial Age, which means Hofnitze might be on the menu. Or at least bomber cannons to begin with as well. Bohemians could research or can research chemistry on the way to the Imperial Age as well, because they have access to it in Castle Age. Which means that they will have bomber cannons as well. 3 siege workshops going up here. Very likely going to outnumber the Byzantines that also have a weaker economy. Let's see the chakrams. They also Aztecs monks, but even with the healing rate, some good trades here. Yes, some conversions kicking in as well. Quite a few conversions actually. Did admittedly take out some monks there, but not nearly enough, and now both of Monkey Chubby Grubbers monk players heading for the Imperial Age as well. But it's true as Ryle says that one big mass of light cab and the entire push dice. 3 pikemen won't be enough to stop that, obviously. Fully boon Bohemians, or almost fully boon Bohemians entering the next stage. We're also going to add some pikemen to support here. Some army donations for Monkey's chubby grubbers through conversions here, and the castle will be going down. But they're definitely on the timer here. Bohemians could also get block printing and redemption for the monks to convert these bombard cannons at the distance. If not just a straight light cab approach. Light cab would have to be the good guards then, maybe. Or the Slavs, actually. Slavs have a beautiful food economy, especially with the newest patch. What the hell is this castle? Anyway. Nothing to see here. Castle. You can't even see this. Half of the castle is built outside of the map. What the fuck? Block printing coming on for both monk players, illumination as well. Pretty decent army size. Look at the army situation. And yes, Josef Atlatl has twice the economy almost. But in these choke points here, the pikemen are even getting the small light cab numbers dealt with. No light cab added at all. Where is the light cab? Or even the hussar here, if you had been in Imperial Age with either of these. I guess it's a strategy that Josef Atlatl aren't too used to dealing with this. They seemed like stronger rated players, maybe not as strong close map players. Hufnitze is in though, so that's a stronger version of the bombard cannons over here. Could get some beautiful hits in on the armies in the choke point over here as redemption comes in for Kirais. Hopefully going to be able to convert some of these bombard cannons at the distance. It's already in for the Bengalis as well. Get enough conversions in and suddenly the Hufnitze are obviously much less of a threat. The converted chakram throwers could also be used as the against the, for now, small numbers of Halberdiers over here. Stonewalling this side to try and keep the aggression out. But now the push is through. Redemption is in, presumably for both Monks players here. Yes, so you could convert buildings as well. And I ask again, where are the light cab? The boyars aren't going to do shit, nothing here. They'll be converted well before they can even get too close to the monks here. Some fortified walls going up. Is it going to keep the aggression out? I don't think so. Siege workshops, not yet converted, but could be. And we even have an Aztec Fnitze here. They don't even get access to bomber cannons, so getting a Fnitze, that's an accomplishment for the Aztecs over here. Pure Age for slabs is a mistake. Slabs definitely had the food economy set up here to spam light cavalry like you said, Ryle, so I'd have to agree on that. It's just there's not going to be any space to make use of the Imperial Age slabs here, and that still don't understand. Why the boyars? Why the boyars? I'm just gonna be donating boyars to the monks here. I mean, it's a decent chunk of boyars here, don't get me wrong. But with all the monks in play here, look at that. Look at all the warriors going to change sides immediately here. Converted just like that, suddenly you have 7 warriors for the Aztecs. No Bengalis. Ay, 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 ay. Not the right call. Make light cav, not warriors. Light cav would kill basically everything here. Easy to say when you're not in the heat of the moment, huh? It's a neutral observer. 73 military to 7 here. Home map, pick of Amazon Tunnel, certainly working out for Monkey's chubby grubbers here. They did collect the relics as well, didn't they? Indeed, they did. 5 relics from Bengalis, not bad, not too shabby. As economic buildings go down here, it's not much to be seen by all the Guriaras anymore. Trying to place down hunters on either side to get a little bit of reboom going, but you know, we can all see where this match is headed. It would take the Titanic of a lifetime for Monkey's chubby grubbers to lose this from this position. GG well played for the quickest Amazon Tunnel game so far, I think. 36 minutes in. The GG is called, and we'll be seeing Golden Lakes for the last game of this set. Hello, hello, good morning. Just in time for the clowning to end here. We've been preparing trade behind all this carrot. Did it start the trade already? A little bit, maybe? Yeah, 3 trade units, nothing significant. Conversions, 41 conversions for the Bengalis. Not joking around it, 26 for the Aztecs as well. Strong monks on this side as well, so you could have even gone for atonement monks to try and deal with this push, if not the light cab of the... Let's say Gurars made light cab and Slabs and Bohemians made atonement monks, for example. Maybe they could have delayed the push quite a bit that way. Massive economy for the Bohemians, not really resulting in anything. A little bit too late to the army massing. Much earlier Imperial Age here for Monkey's chubby grubbers, getting those bomber cans out alongside the Cast Age monks. And having more villagers didn't work into Josef Atlatl's favor this time around. We've got the set, guys. Let's just cross off the civilizations used yet again here. So you had the Byzantines, Aztecs, and Bengalis. We need that one. Okay, Golden Lakes. Malian's last pick, which is peculiar. It's still a good hybrid map civilization, but considering its last pick, I guess it's going to be Italians, Franks, Koreans for Super Monkey Cars team. Huns, Lithuanians, Japanese, most likely for the other team. As we enter the third and last game for these best of 3 for Golden Lakes. Oh, snowy. It's winter time in Golden Lakes, but looks like that's a lot of white terrain. Oh, that's hard on the ice, but there's nothing to do with that. We have a third game on Golden Lakes here. Exactly as the name suggests, we have the lakes in the corners with plenty of fish to be taken. It's going to last you a long time as you get started with your docks and fish production. And there's lots of gold in the middle to be contested. It's an interesting hybrid approach. Actually, one of my... I don't enjoy the gold-centered maps all that much, but this one I can quite get by. We have, as suspected, Super Monkey Car with the Frank's Pocket. Frank's cheaper castle is going to come in handy to get a hold of the middle eventually. Looks like, are there relics in the corners as well? Yeah, nice. So a couple of relics in the middle, relics in the corners to be contested as well. How many total? Just to check. 6 relics. Okay, so 4 in the corners and only 2 in the middle of the map. But what does that matter when there's so much gold in the middle? Might not be a big deal. Frank's Pocket. Instant 20% hit points increase for the cavalry once you reach the feudal age, making Franks the arguably strongest initial scouts until Bloodlands can be researched. Probably going to be a scouts opening here. We have Kirais as the Italians on the left-hand side. And with this map generation, there might be some fighting for the left side lake, depending on where Success decides to dock. Italians having quite a few bonuses benefiting them on water, like the fishing ships being cheaper, so it's easier to get the fish food economy going. They also have a 15% discount on the age up to any age, giving them some nice feudal castle Imperial Age power spikes if used well, both on water and land. Right hand side we have Average Poop Enjoyer, wonderful name, playing in the red here as the Koreans. Good long term get into war wagons, of course. Powerful unit. Hard to stop in mass, but is probably going to open more standard from the flank side, like straight archers opening. So much for the sub. Super Monkey Car 3000. Good set, this one. I picked it basically at random, but I'm not... I am amused. What can I say? So, Loom already in for Schlecksober here. It's walling in the building just to be safe, as somebody has the scout to come by, and this is bad news for Average Poop Enjoyer's scout, unless he gets joined by Super Monkey Car's scout, but he's way over here, so that's not gonna happen. Look over here, however, and there's no loom for Kirais with the Italians here. That is going to be one dead villager unless he flexes some serious quick wall skills here. Did get the dock up though. Oh, the quick walls! Man of the hour, this guy. Nice. So my palisade hotkey is B, P, and then click. So my quick walls are not like that. That seems dangerous though. Scout is here. No, it's fine. Where is he? No! Oh, it's... Oh, look, looks like he's been stabbed by the dog. Oh, yeah. After all that, you played 7 minutes to die like this? Pity. But yeah, in the end, at least he got the dog up. It's not going to be contested by his access over here, not immediately anyway. So I guess that's going to be a free fish boom for the Italians for a little while at least. Frank's dock down south. Right side dock for red over here. Did not fall in the villager. Also, they managed to pick off one villager over here as well. So they're trading villagers decently here. Kirais also lost one villager to Boar in the middle of all of this. All in all, the eco situation is looking quite comparable here. Suppose there's going to be some fighting for water on this side. We have a healthier population going up for monkeys, chubby grubbers, I have to say. But that should also mean that they are slightly slower to the next stage. No, not really. Frank's not going to be contesting any water though, but they'll be playing scouts. Barracks going up just now. Timing on the barracks seems a little bit on the slow side, so the stable will get a few seconds delayed. And actually, Hunt's already producing the stable. And with the 20% faster working stables, the Hunts should be getting a head start in the numbers over the Franks. Second dog coming up for average poop enjoyer over here wants to take advantage of the fact that the Vikings player, so not Malians after all, but the Vikings. Is later to the feudal age. 2 dogs producing fire gals. That's the art of the hybrid map as well. Don't overcommit, of course, but you want to take the fish away from this player. Double ranges on land, so Schlecksober going right for the land armies here. It's still quite a while to go for red to get the full walls up here. There's no land armies just yet. The barracks now being produced, so depending on the development of the naval aggression here, we might see the Koreans archers soon enough as well. The resource setup is already in place because there's gold being collected. Left like a meant arms opening for success with the Japanese makes sense because the Japanese meant arms for infantry attacks faster. Also following up with 2 ranges, which you can do when you don't need to commit as much wood into farms early on. Will Super Monkey Car Scouts clean this up though? I think you need more than 3 scouts to clean up this mass of the Italians. No. Japanese armies, sorry. Looks like some damage has been done over at that side as well. I was looking too much on the right-hand side of the naval side. Please do not make any more fire galleys here, and they are not doing that. Red player is going to take out the Viking stock and claim this lake all on their own, freeing up lots of fish income for the Koreans. And as a bonus, taking away the essentially free food income for the Vikings as well. Yes, we have double range archers for the Vikings, but no. Well, it's fletching in actually. The blacksmith is here, but the food count for fletching is affected as the fish has gone down and the food income has been compromised. All of the fish dead for the Vikings. Tough early game here for Schlecksober. Lost 4 eco units, that's all of the fish. Galley's not going to contribute much here. Might be able to take out a fish or two, but yeah, definitely they should focus on land aggression. Scouts from the Huns working together with the Japanese archers from Sepsis over here. The men-at-arms have been dealt with, but now there's a 2-1 situation on land on Monkey's chubby grubbers side. Kirais already going cancellation. What's with the early cancellation? What's the plan with that? There's literally no land army whatsoever for Kirais here. Is going to stone with 4 villagers. All are me confused. What's going on here? How dare you make no military at all? When under 2-1 pressure like this, you're just making life a whole lot harder for Super Monkey Car from the Frank's pocket here to try to keep up with the Huns production and the massive fish economy that we got going behind all this. Koreans archers moving out as well. Massive archers numbers lead over the Vikings archers, I mean, over the Koreans over here. Double range, yes. But look at the numbers difference. It's 4 archers to 12. That's going to be a tough one for average poop enjoyer to hold away. Same with the scouts of Monkey. Super Monkey Car here is getting close to fully walled, but will need to wall all the way to the edge here or in between these woodlines to keep the aggression completely away. And I don't think the scouts will be allowing that. You look at the army vessel of Josef Atlatl already. Yes, they lost the lake over here. Looks like, oh, sneak dock to the north from red. Really an off-meta player, this guy. Going for the sneaks and the lames. I like it. But it's not necessarily always as successful as you'd think it might be. Okay, defensive tower. Are we just assuming it's fully walled here? Send the scouts! Scout the side! Come on! Neither of the teams have scouted the side over here that is in fact open. You'd expect maybe this woodland to go all the way, but you need to check. It could be open. So many scouts from the Huns. 20 scouts, triple stables. And how many fish? 23 fish and counting. Only 2 farms. Oh, Franks keep adding the scouts as well upon moving further in towards the castle age. Going to beat the Huns handily to the castle age here. Defense upgrade, is it in? +1/+1 is indeed in for the Franks, so the 2 stables could produce +1/+1 knights here to deal with the massed scouts of the Huns. That could be an issue. Not bloodlands for the Huns just yet. Probably shouldn't be a priority, and they've spotted the sneak dock to the north as well, committing to fire galleys of several docks here. It's a huge commitment for only 1 dock though, as the sneak villager will be dealt with. Up top, Castle Age also on the way for red over here. Still facing an uphill battle, has gone into skirmishes here, which is fine because all of the cavalry is committed over here. So the Frank scouts aren't really going to meddle in too much with the skirmisher defense on the right hand side for now. Here we go, here explains the stone investment of Kirais with the Italians here. It's going to attempt a forward castle, does not have much military support though, just a couple of mangonels. Not any convincing land army numbers from the purple player over here. Goes for a town center instead. Okay, a little bit indecisive from the Italians here. Has had the free fish boom for a while. Could actually double up on that and get some more value out of it. As we are trying to break through here for the Huns, we have bloodlines now, so the mass of scouts ever increasing here. Full of fuel age though. So the army numbers are deceiving here for Josef Atlatl. Only one player going to the Castle Age here, and that's the Vikings player, who seems to be fighting a subpar fight against the now masked Korean skirmishers here. Okay, spare some scouts over to deal with the skirms, huh? Yeah, so they can mitigate that issue. But that's quite a few archers lost entering the Castle Age here. So Josef Atlatl slowly losing their advantage now, as the sneak villager up north has been dealt with. There's a lot of scouts though, and average poop indoor space is still open. He has no means to deal with this on his own. We're going to need some of the Franks Knights over here. Speaking of Franks Knights, the stray scouts from the opening of the Franks have also been finding value here in the blue base. It's crossbow micro there, microing down the Magnum, but look at the scout raids over at the right hand side from D3 here with the hounds. It's killing villagers left and right. It's deceivingly low number so far, but it's also going to be joined by what's soon going to be crossbows from the Vikings player over here. And Koreans taking massive losses here. 36 villagers, losing more. Still feud age for the hounds, both buildings in, but still lacking the food to go after. Keeps stealing scouts, is determined to win this in the feud age apparently. Trying to make feud age scouts take out a town center of the Koreans, and also losing armies rapidly here now with the Franks Knights and Light Cab coming in here. Towns of the fire taking out scouts with food situation. I'm not loving the situation here right now for Dietrich, even though there's lots of eco kills happening here. Tower defense from the Koreans to try and keep the crossbows out here, but look at the losses taken. 22 villagers down. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see a sneak dock to the sides at some point here as well. Franks Knights, massive Knights numbers now with the Huns player still not up. And the fact that the Josef Atlatl's pocket isn't up could be the difference between life and death here. Look at the claim in the middle a little bit, but I mean, you need that Castle Age cavalry. You really need that, otherwise you're just going to die to the massive raids of the stronger and more, stronger mobile armies of monkeys, chubby grubbers here. This looked like such a nice game for Josef Atlatl early on. Did lots of damage. But they're by no means fully walled at home base. None of them are, which means they're extremely vulnerable to the cavalry spam of the Super Monkey Car. 3,000 years everywhere at this point. Hitting all three players. Yeah, could hit all three players. Has one straight knight over there as well. That could be getting some value. So through raids alone, Super Monkey Car is giving Monkeys Chubby Grubbers a comfortable equal lead here. Still got a way to go to get. Still hasn't clicked the Castle Age here for the Huns player, but at least stop producing scouts. So might be heading towards the Castle Age soon. But how are you going to compete with 20 knights and counting from of the yellow pocket here, as they start contesting the middle as well? Not spotting the castle in time to deny that with crossbows, sadly, as success is moving out to try and hit the pocket, perhaps. They're getting some sneaky raids in here. Crossbows staying close to the dock here, but that's just one demo away from taking out all of these, so generally speaking, you don't want to stay that close to the dock, just in case there's a demo in production from either of those. And suddenly, bye-bye crossbows. Finally, Castle Age on the way for the Huns. Light scouts facing the cavalry units of the Franks here, but 27 knights now out and about. And Schlecksover about to be losing more villagers to the insistent raids of the Franks players. So yeah, split up the crossbows now, nice. Trying to get more of the fish out. I don't think it matters that much anymore. Looking at the farming count on Super Monkey Card, home base will still be able to fill armies even if he loses all the fish. as Kirais is pushing the 1. The starting TC of Xerxes over here, almost a 1 for 2 there for the blue player. Spearman being kept close as well, just in case. Never saw that castle beneath Alice. Still enough stone for a castle that could go down in the middle to obstruct that town center, but they haven't scouted that yet, so cold access in the middle at least for Josef Atlatl. They're about half the economy at this point because of all the massive raids of Monkey's chubby grubbers, but they're sort of keeping up with the military numbers. Down goes one town center. We will lose another one as well. Only 19 crossbows for Xerxes and they're out of position. But Dietrich joins in with now light cab as the castle age has been researched. Is way behind Super Monkey Car in terms of economy though. Light cab diving in to snipe the Mangonels here. I think there are enough of them to do so. Attack ground, not getting too much success there. Yes, the Spearman will get some hits in here. But the Mangonels have been dealt with as well, which means that this town center will stay up for at least a bit longer. Middle situation, great attention by Super Monkey Car here now. Is denying Schlecksober from accessing the middle gold. Looks like the home base gold is still obtainable here. But the way this game is progressing, Success is going to be out of the game for quite a while here, and Monkey's chubby grubbers might have their first player hitting Imperial H, or clicking Imperial H soon here. With the castle going up, we'll also have the access to Genoese crossbowmen from the Italians, which is a great counter to cavalry play with their ranged bonus attack against cavalry. 29 knights against 21 from the Huns now, so the faster working stables of the Huns have paid off here. But at what cost? They're at 64 builders compared to the 110 of Super Monkey Car. Imperial is just about to be clicked by the yellow pocket, and gold gets contested. How are you going to make more knights if you don't have gold access, Dietrich? That's going to be an issue as well, to keep fielding numbers here. Is already low on gold. And also only at 1 town center compared to Super Monkey Car's 3. Easy choice for Super Monkey Car to take the fight there. Of course, Dietrich can't compete with that fight at all. Has some cavalry over here, but also these are enough crossbows here to deal with these units. I think the Genoese meddling in as well. I think this game gets decided in the late castle age here rather than Imperial Age. I mean, once these players hit Imperial Age, what are Josef Atlatl going to do? Pocket completely incapacitated here. Dietrich about to lose the one and only town center he has in this game. Still producing some light cab, but look at the resources here for Josef Atlatl. The only player with some economy in the bank is the Vikings player. And you're only allowed to sling players that are 1 HP below you, so slinging from the Vikings to the others is not really an option here either. Down goes the TC. Dietrich effectively without any TC at all. Still got the fish. With some random fish traps over here. And rapidly losing economic units here. Imperial Age just 30 seconds away from Super Monkey Car, which will mean that Cavalier will be on the way, but they don't get the pleasure of reaching the Imperial Age before the opponents reside. 8 seconds to go, and Monkey's chubby grubbers get the reverse sweep here into a 2-1 versus Josef Atlatl. Great performance on the rune stones from Josef Atlatl though, so a good set overall with some big swings back and forth. I don't think the extended feudal age play was the way to go here for the Huns, although it worked for a while. But with the Franks reaching castle age and with an economy being able to mass knights, then suddenly your 30-40 scouts won't make nearly as much of an impact anymore. 192 to 81. KD over here. Pretty dominant front ranks. That's mostly villagers, I guess. 103 villagers killed, yeah. Economy situation, unobstructed economy, wasn't it? Yeah, lost some villagers to raids, Super Monkey Car as well, but overall, strongest economy of all of them. Even far ahead of Vikings. Although Schlexober was the aggressor on the other side flank against the Koreans. Faster, Castle Ages here, and we were seeing the Imperial Ages being researched by several of the players as well. And the villager count well ahead, of course, for both the Italians and the Franks here. So that's a 2-1 for Monkeys Chubby Grubbers. Closing it out with the Italians, Franks, and Koreans for the Somalians was on theirs, right, but they weren't used. Lithuanians, Japanese, and Vikings. No, Lithuanians said Huns, I mean. Huns, Vikings, and Japanese going down for that one. GG, well played.